Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing on this finally sunny day in the Northeast? Hello, Sale. Hello, Carol. Is it sunny where you are? Because it's sunny where I am, and it has changed my disposition. So don't anybody let me forget to talk about light bulbs before this day is over. I hope everybody, again, is having a great day. So some days you just get up and you think, I just need something crunchy, something light, something delicious. I'm starting to realize that my body is changing because I'm not getting that 5,000 steps that most New Yorkers just get. Even if we're completely sedentary, you're getting 5,000 steps because that is the lives that we have to lead. And so I'm starting to feel oogie in my body. So I'm going to make myself a nice big salad and hope that lightening it up a little bit more is going to give me the impetus that it takes to get up and walk about 15,000 steps today outside. So I have my big fancy, beautiful, I love it, makes me feel special, cherry salad bowl. And it's funny, I was just about to say that can't be washed in the dishwasher, which I haven't had one in, I counted it up, 24 years, 9 months, and 15 days. And so several friends were bemoaning all the dishes that we have to do these days. And I thought, oh gosh, yes, I chimed right in on that because I've been doing so many dishes. My hands are a mess. My Playtex gloves have a little hole in the tip of the finger. And then I realized all the people that were bitching about washing dishes have dishwashers. I have no empathy for you dishwasher people. Come, wash a bucket in my sink. So you guys with dishwashers have got it easy. So anyway, let's go back to this. I'm going to do one of the things that I love. Billy Gallagher, who is a chef, and I'm not going to be able to say the restaurant on Restaurant Row where he's been forever, but he was the chef in a restaurant that I worked in the mid-90s. And he did a little salad where he tossed couscous with the lettuce and then also had like a little salad which was maybe toasted walnuts and with a walnut vinaigrette and couscous and little bits of chicken, and it was just delicious. It's one of those, if you're still talking about a salad that you ate 30 years ago, it was a really top-notch salad. So one of the things that I've taken away from this is I love to make couscous and pop it in a salad. It just elevates everything. Who else is here? Hello, Kim. Hello, Jody. You guys, thank you all so much for being here. Let me see if I've missed anybody. Good deal. So I love all y'all. I'm also checking out a new camera angle, so you can vote in, log in on that. So my little easy peasy Near East couscous just asks for a cup and a quarter of water. So I'm going to pop that into a pan. Watch me do this twice. And so good news today in New York. The president of the North just announced that he believes we hit the apex. And so that means a couple of things. That means, thank God, we're going to have fewer deaths. We're going to have less stress on our hospitals. We're going to have maybe be able to give our doctors and nurses a day off, some time to rest, close their eyes, and we can maybe start to count how many weeks until we can come out of this. Fingers crossed, right? So for those of you who are like, we should open the doors right now, I'm going to say no, unless you want to be right back here for another 6 or 12 weeks. So let's go slow. And number two, if the president doesn't stop pushing the fact that he can open the country at his will, we're going to have another states' rights problem going on. I'm dreaming of Calhoun right now in my head, and we know how that turned out the last time. So a reason that it's important to learn history is so that you don't effing repeat it. And we are right back here where we were, I can't even do the math, 130 years ago. So anyway, salad making. I'm going to turn on the water for my my Cous Cous, and I'm going to see if anybody else has come. Hello, Liesel! So we now have South Africa in the house today. We have Kentucky in the house. We've got New York in the house. We've got some people in New Jersey in the house. This is all good, you guys. So I hope everybody, hello Carol, hello Rita, hello Jeff. I hope everybody is safe and happy and taking good care and being responsible and eating well. So like I said, today we're going to make a salad. I have a big bunch of romaine left. It's getting close to the end of my 2 weeks, and I've been trying to go to the grocery very rarely and to use everything. So I had 3 hearts of romaine. So I got them cleaned, and I'm just going to run a knife through them in a second. I got some carrots that need to be used while they're still nice and firm. Last night for dinner, I made the peanut sauce, and I had, as I think I told you, I had some pad thai noodles, tossed that together, topped it off with some crushed peanuts, a little bit of scallion. So I'm going to use the rest of that scallion on this salad. The couscous that we're going to start making in a minute, I've got an avocado that seems like it's right about ready to go. And then I have here a few things. Remember, we made some mint chimichurri. I have the dregs of my Dijon vinaigrette from last week. And I had just taken a little bit, I had the jar of the jar of mustard. And so I just put about, what's that, maybe 1/8 of a cup of vinegar that I've let sit in there in the fridge for the last several days, week, I don't know how long it's been, but it's got vinegar so it can't hurt anything. So here's this that might go in if I want to, as I compose a little vinaigrette for this salad. I've got some goat cheese in the fridge, and what else? I've got some walnuts sitting here in the sink that can be toasted. So what I'm saying here is it's a kitchen sink, right? It's the end of your week, of your grocery cycle. Just to dump it all in together. You don't have to have exactly the precise things that you make for your perfect salad. Make do with what you got and praise the Lord that you've got something in your larder. So my water is starting to boil over here. Oh yes, I don't need salt because it has a flavor packet. Let's see, here we go. So this couldn't be simpler, except this does not tear, it requires a scissor. And here we go. And I'm going to give this flavor packet. Yes, I know it's probably full of salt and blah, 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 but that's okay. I don't care about that much. Like I said, this is something that I keep around all the time, but it's kind of a treat for me. I don't use it all the time. I use it in small amounts here and there, but once you start, you can't stop, I feel like. So let's see where we are. I'm going to just let that come back up to a boil. As soon as it has come right back up to a good simmer. Boom. Boom. There's hardly anything you can do to mess this up. Hello, Denise. Hello, Gina. So, hello, Lisa. Hello, hello. Who else has come here? You guys are great. So, let's see what I can do. I got to clear off a little space. I don't have a lot to work with here. My 30 inches is crowding in on me. I would like to show you how my trash gardening is going. Am I too much in the wrong light? So, yeah, I'm starting to get some good growth here on my scallions. And this little guy seems to sort of stunted, so I think maybe it's probably time for him to go into dirt. So I've got to kind of think about that today, and what they can do, and read how close can my onions and my lettuces be right next to each other. I'm not really sure on that. So let me get this out of the way. And what are we doing next? This little guy is going to be for my salad dressing a little later, so I can put those. Oh yes. And I also have my roasted garlic. I can use that for things too. So I'm just going to start out clearing some stuff off. The onions can go in here, and let me get a cutting board. my favorite purple knife coming right out. And simple and easy. I do this, I like big pieces. You can cut them up in your bowl if you want. You can maybe not be the most glamorous eating with big hunks like that, but I love it. Lots of crunch in every bite. So there we go. A couple little renegade pieces over here. There we go. Behind me today I have the Dr. Jeffrey Thompson Delta Sleep System playing. I discovered this in the 90s when I had my very first bout of narcolepsy. No, whatever the word is when you can't sleep. See, there you go. So last night I couldn't sleep, and I'm so glad I have this, because anytime I can't sleep, if I remember and turn this on, I fall asleep like a baby. It's amazing. So let's see. Yum. Let's see. So good. Yes, see, right? So you just pour it over anything. It's so good. Anything that you've got can go into anything. Thanks, Lisa. And this morning, Phil sent me a sweet potato enchilada thing, and I have a big giant pile of sweet potatoes in here. So I'm very much excited and to put that to good use. I've got to take a little look and see what I think I don't have any fresh cilantro in the house. Is maybe the only thing I'm missing to be able to make that. So I'm looking forward to that. And I thank you guys so much for your suggestions, and anybody who wants to give me ideas or a recommendation or a request, I am more than happy to accept them. So let's clean this up a little bit. And what do we want to do for carrots? I think I'd like my carrots to be little and tiny, because oh goodness, I'm very excited. I've almost forgotten my gift that I was so excited about. Hello, Becky. How are you? This morning, Becky, I was thinking about the line from Dames at Sea where she says, "Hi, I just got a bus from Kansas, and I'm here to star in a Broadway show." So that's what I feel like every morning, is that I get up and put on a Broadway show. And I'm so glad that I have this show to put on. It gives me frankly, it gets me out of bed every day. I would be bad. So here we go. The first grating from the big grater. Oh, look at that. Imagine how I would have done with the frozen butter if I wasn't doing it on a microplane. Now, how long do you think it will be before you see the blood coming out, because I've started grating my own fingers? And this doesn't come with a don't hurt yourself, does it? So that's okay. We're going to have some nice grated carrots, and I'm so excited. Now I'm more excited than ever to maybe make some slaw, if I could find a not 4-pound head of cabbage within walking distance. That looks great. I almost feel like I should take a picture so that Hugo can see the first pile of grating. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lots of color. I said at the beginning, don't let me forget to talk about light bulbs. I guess I'm just putting water. Thank goodness for the Tupperware technology. A friend was talking about overcoming depression this morning, and I said I should remember something that I've meant to say for a very long time, or at least as long as I've been doing this. And that is one of the things that I discovered a long time ago, is how much the quality of your light impacts your mind. And so probably close to 20 years ago, I switched out all of the light bulbs in my house to the Swedish brand, Verilux, Chromolux, and I've used those exclusively for like 20 years. And so maybe more like 20, maybe closer to 25 years. And I it immediately ameliorated seasonal affective disorder. And over the long run, I don't know if I sort of outgrew depression, because I sort of outgrew that conditioning that women get to care so much. But I really realize that this is really meaningful, that sometimes when I go to take pictures now that I'm inside all the time, I realize that it reads these light bulbs as sunlight very often. And I've even started bringing my plants in because it's been so kind of gray and mucky. And again, I'll complain about the fact that I did not get my windows cleaned early enough this year. I've been bringing the plants in here and uncovering the bulbs and kind of flooding them with these light bulbs because my little starters were kind of still babies and delicate, but they're really everything's starting to show some new growth, and so I'm excited about that. And hello Marty, and Self-Made. I have started watching Self-Made also, and it is absolutely delightful, but of course I wish that Octavia Spencer were my best friend. And let's see what else. Oh, Misfits Produce, right? I know that that's a really great thing, just because your carrot was supposed to be twins, it doesn't mean we shouldn't love them too, right? So those are all good things we can do. I don't know how long it's been that I've been prattling on, but my Cous Cous is looking really good over here. And let's see how good my avocado is looking, just in case I didn't do it properly. Clean it well enough when I brought it in. But I think I've said this before, but I've been taking 91% isopropyl alcohol, soaking a couple of paper towels in it, putting it in little plastic baggies that I have, keeping them in my pocket, my purse, so any time I go somewhere, I take one out, I open doors, I pick up bottles, I pick up cans, whatever I'm doing, I use it with, I wipe off the trolley, the buggy. So I don't feel, I've kind of developed my own way of dealing with this stuff so that, I don't flip out when I'm out. I go out, I get in, I get out, I'm done, right? And I'm very fortunate, absolutely perfect. I'm so happy. I'm very happy that I have a great little well-stocked local, not a big chain, but a local grocery store that isn't overwhelmed, that doesn't have a queue, that makes it possible for me to pop in and grab some fresh stuff, keeping my citrus and my ginger stocked up every day. So I'm very fortunate in that, and I hope that most of you have that. And if you don't, if your local grocery store is not doing what they need to be doing, then literally go on Twitter, follow them, and go to direct message. And if they have direct messaging, go directly to their social media team and report what's going on at your local store, because that could eventually be lawsuits for them. They don't want that happening, right? Hello, Michael Feuerstein. How are you? Where are we? So this is going to need a little bit of citrus. I've always got some citrus laying around. So I'm just going to squeeze some lime into there and let that get around in there. And that will keep that good until I'm ready to eat this. Now I should probably come over here and fluff up my... yeah, that's ready to fluff for sure. So I'm just going to run my fork through here and fluff this up a little bit so that, right, you just want it to be nice and fluffy, but then you also want to give it the chance to dry out. You don't want to put this, you don't want it to bring a lot of extra moisture into your salad. So I'm just going to let this sit now open and get cool, and it'll dry out. Sorry. I had to do it. It had to be done. And then, like I said, we'd make a little salad dressing here. So I've got some roasted garlic. I've got a little mustardy vinegar. Trying to get, I never want to, even before privation cooking, I never like to waste anything in these kinds of jars, because I'm always aware of the fact that I go through probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 jars of Grey Poupon a year for my whole life. So that's a lot of waste for one little person. And if that's, multiply that by 370 million Americans, that's a lot of waste. So I get all the way down to the very bitter end of anything in bottles like that, as much as I can. So let's see, what are we going to do? I'm going to see what this smells like. We'll get the rest of that out of there. And I will now, see how this works? I'm going to take now this mustardy vinegar to get all of the extra in here out of this. And just keep doing it until it's all empty. You should see how I deal with body lotion. I buy them in big quart containers, and then when you can't get them down, that's a thing I hate, is that you can't get them with pumps that go all the way to the bottom. So there's always like this much lotion at the bottom of the bottle, and I realize if you'll turn it upside down, it's a pain, but you've got like another month's worth of lotion in the bottom of that bottle. So these are the kinds of crazy things that I do in my life because, you know, I never had children, so I have a lot of time on my hands. So let's see, what else do we have going here? A little smush of roasted garlic, I think cannot be bad in here. And a little spoon. Let's see, oh, that looks great. Yum. I could eat that like soup, frankly. I transferred all of these things into these cute little ball jars that I have. I usually use these to do, I designed an event for a client the first of this year. I'm supposed to be doing the next one just in a couple of weeks. And so the idea is how to throw a derby party. And so I put pimento cheese and Benedictine and beer cheese in these little cute little things and scatter them all around, and then just so cute. I'm so sad. I was so looking forward to it. I had actually even started inviting people for Derby this year because I was going to have a just go to heck, throw it in the hallway of my building Derby party this year. But sadly, I don't believe that's going to happen. I'm going to use that carrot to wipe stuff off. I think I'll enjoy that later. So now I've got just the dregs of all that stuff put together, and I'm going to put a couple of spoonfuls now of my mint chimichurri, which I think is going to be great for a spring day like today. Oh, let's just put it all in there. We can always reconfigure the proportions later. And now I have a dish that will be free. So let's see what this starts to look like and taste like and what my consistency is. This is just a much looser version of what we made yet the other day. And let's see what it tastes like. Carrot. Oh, that's great. Oh, it keeps going and going and going and going and going. That's fantastic. Huge success. Very excited. What's next? So yeah, I would probably, before I sit down to eat this, I would throw a little crumbled goat cheese on it with my beautiful mint dressing, the avocado. It needs a little crunch. So what I happen to have today are these delicious, if you don't know about Saffron Road, crunchy chickpeas. Mama mia, put that on your shopping list. They're delicious. They're vegan and gluten-free and halal. They're good for everybody. So, and I am not paid by Saffron Road in any way. So that's going to go on my salad as well. I'm going to toast up a little nuts. I think that's about it, right? So let's see, who else has come here? Hello, Felice. Hello, Mike. Hello, Josh. How are you? Thank you for getting up early on the other side of our country. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Max. And Unorthodox is a great, I've heard that's great. I got maybe the first episode down, and then the next day, Little Fires dropped. So that was my chief watching for the day. So guys, I hope everybody is having a great day. Take the time to make something beautiful for yourself. Feed your body, feed your mind, feed your spirit. If you're capable, do something for somebody else. It'll make your day go so much better. So, and get some exercise every day if you can. If you can't, walk the stairs in your house if you can't get outside. If you can get outside, absolutely don't miss an opportunity to walk around the block, get some sunshine. I always say that vitamin D in the rods and cones of your eyes is about the best thing that you can do for yourself. So I love you all. Thank you all for showing up here today again. I'll talk to you soon. Same time, Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat place. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.